I move this whoopsies. Hello. All right. Hang on 1 second. My clips here. Whoops. Gosh, sorry. Right. Hello. Welcome back, everyone. Just getting everything set up here. I'm just trying to set up a clip in my Suno app. Here. There. Okay, we're starting over. Hi. Welcome, everyone. Started this page earlier this afternoon. I took a little break for supper, visit with my I want to kind of finish the background and the haven't really finished the snow yet, so we're gonna get going here. Okay. Here we go. Alex, I just started, Lynn. Like literally just came on. But I still do have some of my stuff out from earlier. Okay, so I think the other books to show you guys. I need to make my space all ready to go. I should have done that before I hit go live. Stickers and a chart. Okay, now I'm ready. I don't know why it takes me so long every single time. I was actually just trying to figure out how to add a little more white to the snow. And I think I'm going to swatch it out here first. I did find one of my acrylic markers. And I think what I'm going to do is, this is the color that I did some of the snow. So I think I'm actually just going to tap some of that white on and then like smudge it out a tiny bit, if that makes sense. And I've already added in some other colors for the snow with the chalk pastel. I used a little bit of yellow. You can see the yellow on it. It did glow from the window and glow in front of the truck and from the front door area. So I've added a little bit of yellow and blue already. So I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's really going to work or not, but just in some spots where I want it to be a little bit lighter and brighter. Hi, SS. Oh, what happened? Oh my gosh. Sorry, my phone just went to settings or for setup or something. I don't know. Thank you so much. I'm just wondering if the color is too washed out on YouTube. Oh, I'm just going to adjust the lighting a little bit. Hi, Angela. Can I actually use an AI program to create my book? But this is a coloring book, so I didn't draw it. I think this looks better now that I'm adding this thicker white marker. This is an acrylic marker. That's looking a little bit better. I was wondering how to make it a little bit more white, and I think this is kind of the answer because the other white acrylic marker was smaller dots, and now this is kind of a fuller, it's a fuller, thicker one. Thank you so much. I love coloring grayscale books, which is why I make them. Here you can still see the gray. I used alcohol marker to color the base, like to do all the basing. And now I'm using this acrylic marker just to add in some dots of snow, especially on the truck. Looks like fresh snow on the truck. Oh my gosh, already 81. Thank you, Angela. Hi, everyone. Yes, I don't know. I think I got onto the FYP last time, which was very helpful. Hi, Shar. Hi, Amanda. You know what? I don't know much about my subscriptions um on YouTube yet. I'm still so new to YouTube. I don't know how that works. I have to look into that. Hi, Dawn. We're both Canadian. Yeah, girl. Regina's. That's better. I needed to prime it a little bit. Oh, you're so sweet, Amanda. I will look into it and really see what the difference is between the subscription, like the join. I don't know, it's the membership. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. The red is still kind of coming through, which is fine. Guys, I'm from Montreal. I'm in Ontario. I think, yes, I think if you're going to if you're going to use um, color any snow and you want to make it really pop white, I would definitely use an acrylic marker. I got these from Walmart here in Ontario, but you can find a lot of uh, good acrylic markers, Amazon, Michaels, a lot of places like that. But this acrylic marker, these are the Royal Lannister, and I do like to add it, use it to add details to make it look just extra stark white, I guess. Okay, I think I do like it up here. I'm gonna add some here. Hello from Canada. Oh, thank you. Oh, you know what? It's taken some practice to find the style that I like. Let's see, that's nice. Just add, so this is just dabbing some ink on there and blending it in a tiny bit with my finger. I think that's better than the Q-tip, actually. It's fun. Just have fun with it. Don't be intimidated by coloring. Heck, thank you. It's a grayscale coloring book. That's the correct. And just to kind of, oops, I'm getting covered. Oh, you did, Sarah. Thank you. Great. And I want it to be a little bit white along here. You can see where I've added some shadows in different colors. Oh my gosh. All these pop-ups are coming up today. I don't know what's happening with my phone, my computer, everything. Oh, yeah, they are getting harder to find. Everybody wants to color the bold and easy books, which I do enjoy times, but mostly I want to color something that's like super pretty and realistic. Does that make sense? Okay, and here in the foreground, we've got some covered shrubbery. And this is a um, thicker, what do they call these, nibs? Oh, it is reversible too, this one. So I think it goes to chisel. It does. It helps you to understand shading and highlighting. So really all I'm doing is going in the lighter spots in the book with the lighter color and vice versa. Darker spots, or where you kind of get a feel for it after a while, where you want colors to be a little different or more intense. Everything I'm using is linked in my profile through my link tree. And if you want to try Grayscale, I actually do have some free printables there as I think that's going to be it for the snow for now. I do want to do the little bits of the shrubs here, and I'm going to use my chalk pastels. So I'm using my Marte chalk pastels and a Q-tip, and I just add a little bit of that chalk onto the end of the Q-tip, and that's where we kind of add in some of the color. That's what the grayscale is so awesome for this. Thank you so much, Karma. I took a little break for supper and decided to come on before it's time to go to bed. Although it's only 8 o'clock. Look how fun that is. And it was just a little bit of pastel. It's really magical with the chalk pastel, actually. Thank you, lady. Oh, Lady Lee, thank you. All right. While I'm here with the screen, oh, you know what? I'm going to do the sky first before I do the green. I don't yet, Lala, but I think I'll update one um, shortly. I'll do a voiceover for what I did. Thank you so much. Sometimes I like adding a little bit of green from off. Thank you so much. Everyone. It's going to be kind of twilighty out in this picture. Let's grab my use actually. Thank you so much, you guys. I think I'm going to do a tiny bit of yellow, like in this corner behind the trees. And it's just going to be Oh, Madam K, I did 2 hours this afternoon, and, I just did I've been on for, like, 15 minutes again. I like to use chalk pastel, but I don't wanna make it too harsh, so I'm just adding a little bit of that chalk onto a cotton ball, and I'm not worried about going over the trees here because I will be adding that green in. This is called Cozy Christmas. Oh, am I too close for YouTube? I don't, let me know, YouTubers, if you need me to adjust the camera a little bit. Oh no, I haven't. I went offline for a bit to have dinner and a little break, watch a little bit of true crime. Okay, what color should I blend into this next? Maybe we'll go to a let's go orange. Oh, let's go this rusty orange. Thank you guys for the love already. Okay, thank you, Amanda. I gotta get it set up a little bit better next time. I did move it a tiny bit. Right, I want it to make it look like the sun setting behind these trees over here. And I'm just using a tiny bit and pressing it into the paper. This is a super easy way background color to any coloring page. Hi, Laverne. You came back. All right, I think we're going to progress into maybe, oh, you know what? I'm going to go a little bit of pink, a little bit of purple. Like I'm going crazy here. But it's really just going to be subtle. I'm just using the tiniest bit of chalk. I'm just using the same cotton ball. With a rainbow in the sky. You guys were both here earlier. Yeah, the Northern Lights. Apparently there was some the other night, but I didn't see them. It was out here, which was unfortunate. Super fast and easy. A little bit darker blue. Yes, I am using, let me show you the pastels. They're chalk pastels. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lid off. They are the Montmartre. And I've used these in the Stadlers, and they will last you forever if you're coloring like this. If you're just using them for coloring, you know. Oh, breaks. That one's a lot more intense, that color. So let's go back and add a little bit more of this violet. Let's see if I can get this purple to be a little bit darker. I'll go with this darker purple over here. Thank you, guys. Oh, Amanda, you're awesome. I think this would be better, just a little bit darker purple. And it's really, really subtle, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you can see I'm not going over the trees too much because I will be adding them in with green for these ones. And I think I'm going to use a dark gray for the ones that are kind of in silhouette. I want to make it look like the sky is shining through a little bit. Thank you, guys. Thank you for looking after the chat. That's a little harsh. So blend it in. I love using chalk pastels for the backgrounds. It's so fast. Thank you, other Francis. So you will get a little collection of dirty cotton balls, but that's okay. Oh, thank you. I do like to lock into the chat a little bit. I know I had used a little bit of green earlier. What do we do? I'm going to try to not cover this too much. Thank you, Zena. Thank you, Digital Pixie. You guys are awesome. Isn't that, it almost looks like a rainbow. I want it to look a little bit magical, you know? And I'm just using a Q-tip and just smudging that color over top. So you don't have to draw it because it's already kind of in the background. Hi, Jocelyn. Oh. Can you hear my dog snorting? She's so funny. And you can switch up the colors of greens as well if you want. I'm just gonna go with. This tree is going to be a little darker. I colored it, yes. I'm going to put that green all the way down here. Forest is in the way in the background. And I think I am going to add a little tinge of green to this tree here. Hi, Danny. Yeah, so what I did was I used an acrylic brush tip for the little lights. And then I put just a little bit of white acrylic marker in the center to make it look like it's glowing. So if you guys are coloring your bold and easy books, you could probably use the same technique with your alcohol markers and your the chalk pastels if you wanted to. Adds such a nice soft blend. It makes it look so whimsical and magical the harsh, without the harsh stuff, you know? Like markers can be very harsh, which I love. Oh, you guys, this is so sweet. Thank you. We're already at 8K. Oh my gosh. So the magic is in the Greyscale books, to be honest. I'm just like being a little sloppy. It is available on the Zon, and everything is linked in my profile. If you visit Linktree, everything's there. And free downloads if you guys want to try out Grayscale coloring. I've got some downloads there. Later tonight, I think I will be adding a page or two from this book. I think I've got a Santa page out there, but I'll add a couple more pages from this book as well as my new release. I love you guys. Oh, you guys, you're making me blush. You're making me blush, you guys. Okay, so the green, see how nice that looks? Just added a little bit of chalk pastel. And because it is grayscale, let me show all my newbies here what grayscale coloring book looks like if you haven't seen one before. So the pages start out like this. So they already look like a picture. And then when you color with markers, this one I did with markers, colored pencils, and um, I used some of the chalk pastels as well. So that's generally what I use in all my books. Always remember, it's my live stream reminder to always put something in behind your work. This is a part of an old project folder. I like plastic in behind my work. And I've started noting colors that I've been using with like just some dollar store stickers. All right. I think now I'm going to move on to these trees. I think this one's going to be silhouetted as well. And then this little one here. So I might use, do I have really, let's use for that tree there a lighter green. Thank you, Carmen. Yeah, let me know, you guys, if I made it to the FYP because I'm seeing so many new people and I love it. Thank you guys so much. Maybe add a little bit more of this light green down here. Thank you guys. Pardon me. You did? I've been on your FYP 3 times. Wow, I'm in shock. Normally, I don't get to the FYP, and I don't know if it's because um, I've labeled it AI. Yay! Yeah, oh, thank you. Yes, it is a little red truck with a Christmas tree. I love it. And plus, I like the sound of Q-tips on the paper. These are the Montmartre um, chalk pastels, and they're just soft chalk pastels with the little sticks. And then I use a Q-tip or a cotton ball to add in the colors that I want. And where I want them. Actually, I'm going to use a little gold in there. Right, the light might be hitting the trees here. I feel like Bob Ross sometimes when I'm using my brush tip markers. Yay. So today I did 2 hours, and that's what I spent most of the time doing, the truck and the snow here, and the trees here, and the house, and then the rest I've done about 30 minutes today. Oh, thank you. They're happy little trees, right? And that's the fun with this is you can be sloppy and messy, and it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Thank you. So I know I said I was going to do these ones first. So I think I'm going to start with the brown and then see if I need to go a little bit darker than that. I've been trying to go, well, this is my first time back in a really long time. I don't like that color. It's a little too red, but maybe I'll use a little bit for the tree trunk here. And it just adds a little bit of depth to your page. Thank you guys so much. Oh, that's a better brown. Yeah, I should have started here. Oh, my computer is glitching today. I don't know if that's gonna work. I think I may have to. Let's just do like the tree trunks, maybe. Thank you, not the mama. Oh, you're the sweetest, you guys. Thank you so much. We use this brown for the tree trunks, and really, I'm just like smudging some color. Thank you, mom. For the snow, I used chalk pastel mostly, and then some acrylic pen to add in like the dots and smudges of snow. Hi, hiker girl. So I think I'm gonna go back to that really, really dark green. Mix it with that brown. So I'm using chalk pastel with a Q-tip, and now I'm just adding in. Oh yeah, that's a nice blended greenish brown. So I'm just adding a little bit of color to the trees in the background, and I like using a Q-tip. I also have the Color chalk pastel colored pencils, but I prefer these. And I'm just using a dry Q-tip. I used markers to base to put down the base colors for the parts of the page that are really um, like bright, and the rest I've been using the chalk pastels. So I'm using a few different mediums. Hi, Scary Mary. I've only been on for 30 minutes. I did half of this today. I just did a tutorial for how to color um, Santa's white beard, but I think I will do a tutorial on the rest, like how to actually color snow. It's not easy. Thank you, honeybee. Hi, Rain. Oh, you're so sweet. And I did want it to be a little bit darker. So I might actually add a little bit of, I'm just using the black now. Yes, I have YouTube. I think that's better. I didn't want it to be too harsh and too black, but I wanted it to be really silhouetted. And you blend it with your cotton ball or whatever you're with. Now that I've added the green here, I'm going to add a tiny bit of the white. And I like to just tap it with my finger or let me get a clean cotton ball. Hi, Maya. I've been coloring. Well, this one I started this afternoon. So I spent a couple hours this afternoon and I've been on for about half hour this evening. Do you watch cat TV? I don't. Oh, Amanda, thank you so much. Oh, you're so lovely. So for the bricks, I used a regular warm, or sorry, let me show you the grays I used. So for actually the house, I used this Y260, and then on the like the pillars and the brick here, I used um, warm gray, and then some of the Y260 mixed in. And so that was the alcohol markers, and all my colors that I'm using are listed here. They're the Ohuhus. They're the old version. Most of the ones I have are the old uh, numbering systems. Oh, the lights on the little Christmas lights. I used an acrylic, just art brush tip acrylic markers. Everything's sticking to me now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys for supporting me. And like I've said, if you're new here, I do use an AI program called Leonardo AI. I use that to create my books. Um, when I first started out, I was buying the rights from designers, and they were using AI, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to learn. So I did. All right. I'm going to add a tiny bit of snow, and I like to blend it while the ink is wet. So you'll see me kind of scribbling or dotting, and then just rubbing my finger on top, and it just gives it a little highlight. That doesn't take away from it too much. Doesn't make it too bright. Oh, yes, I need to do this one. Oh, you're my favorite, Melissa. You guys are so wonderful. I've missed you all. And it's a crazy week and a bit. And sometimes, I just need to color for myself as well. I do love coloring my live streams, but sometimes I like to color quietly. And when I'm doing my live streams, I do not color quietly. I never stop. I'm trying to figure out how I can do some more like just coloring sound videos on YT on the tube. very hard. Oh, yay. Thank you, Linda. That's the sweetest. You just made it my screenshot and made it look sweet. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever done. If you want things to be a little more intense with your chalk pastel color, just go forward a couple of times. Let's do that over here. Thank you, Carmen. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much. And, we're getting there. I still have a little bit of shading to do. However, I think this is turning out pretty good. I like I like using the chalk pastels in the background because it allows you to still have that um, depth of field look. So the foreground's a tiny bit blurry, the background's a tiny bit blurry. And using the chalk pastel allows you to really um, keep everything nice and soft. Now I'm going with my favorite color, yellow. I use yellow on everything. So I think I'm going to add a little bit to some of these trees. I already added it to the other tree. Oh, I know. And I haven't really, I think I need a new Q-tip. My hands are so dirty. Honestly, I don't know. It's because I came on earlier and did most of it then. Right, the sun's going down a little bit, so maybe the brightness there. Now around the lights. Pastel, so much fun. I'll show you a picture of what the grayscales look like. Yes, so I do have some of the grayscale available. There's probably, I think there's about 20 or so pages available, and also a couple, there's a couple of bold and easy books. And also, I've added in, I have a couple of um, word searches that I did up, and they are linked, it's linked in my link tree as well. But I do have, that's part of the free thing, is the free download is I have one or two of those in there, I think. So your grayscale pages when you first start out, like this. Okay, so here's one Santa that is grayscale, and here's a finished one. So you can take them from this to that with markers and um, chalk pastel. I use definitely, you can see where I use the chalk pastel in the background here. I did add some on his cheeks. Thank you so much, everyone. No, they don't actually, because we are only using a little bit and I'm really pressing it into the page and blending it out. It doesn't really transfer much, to be honest. I've never had a problem. And my books are one-sided, so you don't have to worry about them um, I don't have to worry about it transferring onto something. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, I'm at 20K. You guys are awesome. Just gonna do a little tally up here. A little too spread out. Do we think anything needs to be done in the back? Thank you so much, Tasha. Too rainbowy. Trying to decide what I want to do. Oh, I can definitely add stars in. And how about a nice, like, crescent moon over here? Your connection's unstable. Is that mine or yours? Oh, right. Okay, so I think I'm going to. The car headlights are, I used marker first and then some, I used a tiny, tiny bit of white colored pencil. I think this side has to be a little darker. Sorry, I'm covering the page, you guys. Yeah, I think that one part was just a little bit too light. That looks more like gradual. That's better. Hi, Lavender. Thank you, guys. Just going to use a colored pencil. I love when the crescent moon is like down here. Now I'm just using this to kind of show myself where I want to add it in. Use my Smoother Pro. This is an acrylic gel pen. You guys can't see it. I can see where it's kind of into the pastel a little bit. And I'm just going to I made you buy all my books. I'm very persuasive. I want these to be like tippy tips. One's on the way. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like that. And as you get closer to this, where the sun still is, I just do little, like really, really light stars. They're still visible, but they're really faint. I need to figure out how to do cuter little um, stars than this big wonky star. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the black chalk pastel. I'm just gonna add a few more shadows just in some spots to make it really look like it's starting to get dark out on this side. Oh my gosh, lavender. You have 5. Thank you, Hannah. You have more books and markers? Oh my. Oh my my. I'm really just gently adding a little bit on. The beauty of using chalk pastels is that you can layer the color. And because I'm pressing it in, okay, like I said earlier, you don't really need to worry about sealing your page or anything like that. Amy, you have 13 of my books. You guys are gonna make me cry. I started doing this for my anxiety after I had a heart attack and when I was 53. And it turns out that it's been so good for me because of you guys. I like using both pastels and markers. So I like to base with the markers, like I did here for the truck and the house. Hang on, what is going on? This is not mine. Sorry, that was weird. It randomly just puts um, my music on random, and it adds in some other people's playlists. It's weird, but I like using both mediums. Thank you so much, Slim. And see the difference when you add a little bit of pastel in spots. Like I'm just adding a tiny bit of this black chalk pastel really lightly in spots to make the shadows extra. Thank you so much, Tasha. They're fun. I have so much fun making them. I use Leonardo AI, and I just have so much fun with them. So light is here, and it's darker over here, which is why you'll see me adding a little bit more shading, like on this side. Thank you, guys. So for the windshield, I will tell you that I use um, instead of using marker to carry down the colors from behind, I used a little bit. I used 2 or 3 colors of the colored pencils and then give it a nice blend. And then I just used white colored pencil over top and give my little streaks in there. And then just blend it out. And another hot tip for you guys is if you want something to appear like it's in front of something, create a shadow behind it. So you see I'm going around this bush. I'm just adding a little bit of shadow behind it and it makes it kind of pop up. It lifts it up. I'm gonna see if my playlist is ready yet. It says there's one song in it, but I have 180 songs in it. I soon know that I made a bunch of Christmas music. Okay, well, that's not happening. And adding a tiny, tiny bit of gray doesn't take away from the page, actually adds to it. Makes it look like, to make it look like there's footprints. So this is just black chalk pastel on a Q-tip. And I'm using the Montmartre uh, coloring books. Coloring books, chalk pastels. Happy little trees, like some little remnants of clouds here. And maybe a little yellow. And then I think I'm done. Well, where's that bright yellow? I like using a bright yellow for highlighting. Whoops, don't use black. Hands are a mess. Used for the snow. The truck I colored in the snow gray with the alcohol marker. And then I tapped in some, I'll show you the pens I used. I used a thin gel pen and a thicker acrylic marker and just keep dotting over top. And then for the snow down here, I used a combination of blue chalk pastel, yellow chalk pastel, and a little bit of gray. And then I added my little white bits on top. Almost looks like one of those Thomas Kincaid books or pictures. Remember those? And you can really separate things by using highlights and shadows. That makes a difference there. Well, I know what I'm going to do now. I'm addicted to with pastels, you guys. I have a tiny bit of yellow over top of this white just to kind of soften it a bit. Let's make these stars yellow too. So I just, again, take a little bit of that chalk pastel and really just twist my Q-tip top of the white that I put down. Thank you so much, Sarah. Super fun and pretty, like, it does sound like it would be a little bit intimidating, or it looks like it might be intimidating. Actually, not as bad, right? Just Bob Ross it. Bob Ross it. Thank you, Lovin. Oh, I love that moon. Great idea. Thank you so much for that. I love having you guys give me suggestions because then I'm like, look at that. It looks so pretty. Thank you so much, Talissa. For I like to use alcohol markers for the grayscale coloring books only because they're translucent and so transparent. So you can see that grayscale through the page. So you really want this pattern and the shading and the highlights to show through. So I like to use markers. I'm using the open blue. For other details, I like using chalk pastel and colored pencils. I like the color and the Amazon basics color pencils. You're welcome, Abby. And this is fun too, adding our little stickers in. That's new. That's new for us, isn't it? Okay, what do you guys think? I don't want to do too much more white on here because it is kind of dust out. Um, I don't want it to be too bright white. I think it turned out very well. Everything doesn't have to be precision. That's why I like using the pastels too, because you can kind of be a little sloppy, just smudge it over, and it doesn't have to be super precise. Thank you so much. Yeah, Abby, absolutely. Download some pages, Linktree. Um, so the other pages are great because it's a grayscale coloring book. Let me show you guys. Everything is grayscale. So essentially, it's like and you're coloring the picture. This is what happens when you color the picture. So you take it from that to that. Let's see if I have another. Okay, there's two Santas I can show you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It affects your coloring by providing the shading for you. So why don't we do, you know what? Why don't we do, let's do one that's a little bit simpler. Why don't I just do the nutcracker here and I'll show you um, what it's going to look like. So if I'm printing it out at home, I just use printer paper. So, I mean, it's not great for colored pencils because it doesn't have a lot of tooth to it. However, it is a lot of fun because you can practice, right? You can practice with it. Oh my goodness, this is going off on a tangent. Music. There we go. All right, so I'm going to show you guys with our cute little fella here. And with my grayscale books, I like a lot of depth of field. So that is going to mean that the foreground is blurry and the background is blurry. This one has a wall behind it, so it's not blurry in the background, but my other ones are. This is Cozy Christmas. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'll put all this stuff back like I had it from the other page. Let's figure out what color we're going to start with this hat. So I think maybe like gold, gold for the hat. Let's start there. Let's do like YR33. So these are the Ohuhu markers. YR. I kind of have to work on my phone here. It's in my face. Yes, red jacket for sure. Ohuhu alcohol markers. Do my little sticker. I just got these from the dollar store. This is just something that's fun for me. I love seeing my color palettes, and also if someone asks me what color I use for page, I can go back and figure it out without having to go through my little box because I don't write down what colors I'm using there. One here, three. Hi, Kelsey. I'm just showing you guys what the grayscale looks like from beginning to end, basically. And I'm just going to color our little nutcracker here. You guys know me and my. Oh, you did, Sarah. I love the Ohuhus. They are worth the money. If you're new to coloring and you want to try out alcohol markers, I suggest like um, I suggest using something that's a little bit more inexpensive to start. However, you see how I'm going right over both colors there, and it's keeping the dark values. And when that dries, it's just going to be so stunning. Like I said before, when I'm using my alcohol markers, don't overthink it. Honestly, just I think of it as like a paintbrush, and you just have fun with it. And when that dries, it's so pretty. And then I go over with my chalk pastels or colored pencils. Oh, good. You got yours, Rain, at Walmart. Exactly, Sarah. It does the work for you. So if you just wanted to color your pages with marker or with chalk pastel or with pencils, it's going to keep that shading for you in the background. You don't need to add any. I just like to kind of go a little not so with my shading and highlighting. I do like using the brush tip. It makes me feel like Bob Ross. So for this one, I will base it all in the marker first, so you can see what it looks like with just marker. I'm going to keep that aside there. Right? Like you can get markers that are half decent. The Chen Ruiz are not too bad. They do buckle your page a little bit, so you have to be careful with that. However, sometimes you just gotta go for it. So what color should we? Oh, I forgot to see the design of this hat. Oh, that's gonna be great. Let's use this one that I used before. Whoops. Some of the ones I have are the brush tip and the chisel, which I don't think I've ever used with chisel tip. Well, I have, but not very often. Even when you're using a darker color, your light and dark values are show through. Once it's dry, you'll notice it's still a little bit extra dark on the bottom, but it will lighten up a little bit. Okay, what color? He's gonna have a brown mustache. Brown mustache. What about a like a pink? Maybe a rosy pink for his face? Or R-O-A-O. R-O-A-O. Hmm. Oh, this might need a little refresh actually, so I can show you guys how to refresh your markers. I'm doing tutorials for everything right now. When I'm changing, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of recharge my marker bit because it's a little running out a little bit. And I always do it over top of a scrap piece of paper. This is isopropyl alcohol I've just put into a little glue bottle from the dollar store. And I'm just gonna add some drops of alcohol in there. And really what I'm doing is just diluting that ink that's remaining inside. I know people use, like, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. Cap it, and I just give it a good shake. See the difference there already? So really, it just dilutes the ink that is in your marker already, like the remnants. So it doesn't refill your marker, but it does kind of recharge them, and like I said, it dilutes them a little bit. I'm just going to color all over this. We're going to give them rosy cheeks too, but I'm going to use the pastel for that. It's like magic. It's instant gratification. If you're using alcohol markers, always make sure that if you're overlapping something that it is that it hasn't dried. You want to keep it nice and moist. That word is horrible. Oh, thank you, Sarah. It is hard to get the streaks from being an issue. I'm gonna get this little lip here. It's gonna be. Oops, I forgot. And you can see how it changes when it dries. I know I hate that word. Okay. Ooh, you know what? While that grays out. Oh, I didn't swatch out my color. So for my page protector, this is just a plastic part of an old folder that I use. I've used page protectors. Here's a page protector I haven't used, and I just put a piece of paper in it, so it's nice and white in behind. I like plastic in behind, and that's really because um, I don't want anything getting through. This is OAO. Sticker, and I was going to use this gray. This I'm going to use for his little pants here. Or should I do the boots in the dark gray so it matches hat brim? I'm going to do the boots in that gray. Such a pretty gray. I love gray. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. So some of these I had out already for my page that I just finished. And if you're wanting to mark, I mean, obviously, it's not going to show up black. I'm using black to write here, but PG. Ooh, it's not as thin as this one. It's a fine liner, but it's not quite super, super fine. Oh, 7. Oh, I organize the colors kind of how they came in the set. So it starts out with a BR1 or whatever that first one is. And when I swatched it out, and if you guys want a free swatch chart, I have that on my page as well. Yeah, I basically just follow them. I follow what I will be. I've been trying to really come out with a um, what is it called? Chromatic, chromatic schematic. Oh, yours was messy. Messy's fun sometimes, though. Okay, are we doing the pants black or the boots black? How about the boots black and then the pants can be brown? Monochromatic, yep. And we go really lightly. These do tend to bleed a little bit, as all markers do. Just get to know your markers and don't stress about it. When that dries, you'll be able to see the variance with the different colors of gray that come through. Navy pants, okay. Yes, navy pants. And sometimes markers go a little streaky from going a little bit too fast. So if you think things are streaky a little bit, slow down a tiny bit. Red, the same red that we used earlier, are 4, just to keep things simple. So for the tree, for this one, is that what you're talking about? The one in the front, in the foreground, or this little one here? I'll be basing probably everything with alcohol marker. Here's his jacket. That's a nice jacket color. Such a R4. Should it be darker green? Let's see. Okay, let's go for that R4. Let's R6. Let's just compare the two. That's why I like switching up as well. That's pretty close. And that's R6. I think they're pretty close. Yes, it's in my link tree. Definitely. All right, well, let's think about I have B651. Now, I don't know where I got this one. It's more purple. That's way too dark. I need something kind of in between that, but I don't think I have it. What's this tomato? I don't know where these markers came from. That's it. This is, I don't know what brand, it's Ohuhu, but I don't know from which, I don't know what set that's from. Tomato R872, right? I don't know what set that came from. It doesn't have a brush tip. Probably why I don't have the rest of the set. What happened to the rest? I love how you can see your color palette start to really shine through. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it coming to life. Now I think I will start in a little corner here. I don't want to use the chisel tip because I don't like using the chisel tip. Look at that fun color. The brush tips are so much nicer. And you want to make sure the edges that you are coloring over remain a little bit wet. I think I might use that lighter color for like his collar and his shoulders and his cuff. It's such a pretty color. Yeah. Hi, Renee. All right. So we said what? R6? Yes. Which is, so let's just see how they look together before I go too crazy. It's just going to be a slight difference once it dries. And be patient with your markers. They do take a little bit to dry, especially if you're using something over top. This is Cozy Christmas. Yes. Tomato. And I want to make sure I'm not covering too much of that, of these little buttons. So I'm not going all the way to the edge of those. I'm really just going around them. Oh, see, that one went over a tiny bit. That's okay. I know it's so hard to go back. Once you use brush tips, that's it. Done. I don't want to use anything else. However, this red is worth it. Sometimes it's worth it. Not always. These are more like a old school um, Crayola when you're using the fine tip, I find. I'm definitely, I'm definitely a brush tip girl. These two colors are very close. However, I think once they dry a little bit, they will look a little different. So this is a fine tip Ohuhu. I don't know what set this came from. It's one of a different set that I've got. So I don't know where it came from. I don't know if somebody gave it to me. I have like one, two, three, four, five colors that have this shape. Caps, they're more oval. I don't know where I got them. I do use brush tips on almost everything except this one. I use brush tips whenever humanly possible. So right now, this is all just alcohol marker. I haven't done any shading or highlighting. This is all just the page doing its magic. This is from Cozy Christmas. And everything I'm using is linked in my link tree. And if you want to try some grayscale, not sure where to start, there is a bunch of free downloads in my profile. Just click over to it'll say instant downloads. And this is the, thank you guys so much. I think we're going to do the buttons gold. So the same gold that we used up here. See, I like to use a brush tip. I'm Bob Ross in it. It makes me feel like Bob Ross. I'm painting. Oh, you're welcome, Nicole. Oh, the Kala collection. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I did. I forgot. Okay. Yes, I went straight for the buttons. The buttons distracted me. Let's see. Do this. Do like to use the brush tip whenever I can. I do. I just find it easier to control how much ink you're putting down. I'm addicted to my Ohuhus too. Everything's in my profile. My link tree is in my profile, and at the very top, you'll see when you get there, I have um, storefronts for the Zon. For I've got Hey United States, Canada, and you can find also a link at the very top of that page for my PayHip. Has downloadable, like instant downloads if you want to um, buy a book that way and then have an instant copy. Or you can download there's a couple of free items in there, including pages and swatch charts. And yeah, there's lots of fun things there. It's got to be this gold, and I think I'm going to do the gray for his belt. I like reusing colors when I can. It does, doesn't it? Right? I haven't done it. I've only added my markers so far. It really does. And also, it's kind of like a coloring hack because you're learning about shadows. and highlights. So the light's coming from the window. So this side of him is going to be lighter, and this side of him is going to be darker. Ooh, green. I can do a hint of green. That sounds lovely. Maybe for the collar too. I'm glad I didn't do that. How about this GY43? Oh, G5? Let's see, G5. Oh, and the pants. Okay, done. I was gonna do blue for the pants. Was I? Is it blue or brown? I think I like the green. G5. More turquoisey than I'm thinking I want. Oh, GY5, that's why I picked the wrong one. GY5. This is going to be darker when it dries. GY5. Well, I guess it'll be pretty close. Let's try GY43. 43 or 42? 42. Oh, that's pretty. I always go for the same colors. GY3. Put it away. Thank you guys. And 33 and likes. Thank you so much. Okay. His shoulders are going to be this color. A collar here. It's such a pretty color. My weather here, we had snow. Was it Sunday? We had snow on Sunday, and it was a weird day. It kind of went from cold to sunny to gray to rainy to snowy. It was so bananas. So his stuff up here. I think I'm gonna do this. Maybe just add a little bit of green and then a little bit of red and then blue. So I'm not gonna go over all these little spots. I'm just randomly adding in some green, some red. Probably don't be afraid to mix your markers. Oh, I forgot his pants and his mustache. Yay. Yes, it's a Greyscale coloring book, and it just is so magical. The brown for the mustache. We need to go with what about this E58? Let's see what that looks like. I think this is one of the new numbers. It is. I got this one from Michael's. You can get singles at Michael's, all my Canadian friends. This is one of the singles I got. pretty. Almost like a reindeer brown. 58. 58. Not use that. It's chiseled. They want to be bulbous and like feathering it in. If you go really lightly, it's not going to bleed. So just practice with your markers if you're new to them. What color we're going to do is his hair. Should we do it like a white? We can do it white. I think his pants should be brown or green, did we say? These are my, I think he's gonna match. I think his pants are gonna match the beard. Let's just go for it. If we don't like it, we can always add a little bit of chalk pastel. Lovely. Oh, and this little guy up here too. So I think I'll use like a brilliant yellow for that one. For really, really light yellow. This 050. 150 here. I'm not gonna write that down. I didn't use very much of it. Ooh, what about I gotta color his teeth because his teeth are looking very stark white. And I think I'm just gonna make them a little bit of a pearly white EO10. And this just is gonna make it so it's not so stark. I love Y050. I use it all the time. Okay, for the hair, oh, what about down here? We'll do the little box he's standing on here, and then I'll show you guys how to use um, the chalk pastels to add in some fun highlights. But this is all just the blue alcohol markers right now. I'm going to use that really light gray. Oh, hi guys. I'm so sorry. Hi Kay. Hi Koo. It's cozy Christmas. And you can find it, the link for everything that I'm using is in my profile. Oh, yes, you know what? Maybe a really, really light blue gray. Give it a blue tinge. Thank you so much, you guys. Like I'm thinking use this BG050 because it's kind of a light green blue. We'll write that one down. I will forget BG050. Blue gray 050. needs some love. So we're gonna fill it. Done many tonight. So I just took the nib out or the tip out, and I'm gonna refill it with. I'm not refilling the marker, but I am diluting what ink is left in here, and I'm just adding. Always do it over a scrap piece of paper. Adding about 10 to 15 drops, 20 drops, however much you need. And let's see which end is going to be better. Sorry, my hands are so dirty right now. Oh, that end is not very good. So I'm gonna switch it. I think I might need to add a tiny, tiny bit more. Got this little glue. I think it's a glue writer empty bottle, little squirt bottle. And just decanted some of my isopropyl alcohol into there. So it's isopropyl alcohol that I've just put into a little, it's like those little toy bottles I used to feed your dolls with. But I got it at the dollar store, and it's isopropyl rubbing alcohol. 70%. You get 90%, that's probably best. That's better. So really all that's going to do is dilute. It's going to dilute the ink that's left over. So I've done this a few times to this one, which is why it's not super, super good. Yes, you can also use a syringe or those little uh, pipettes, whatever they are, little eyedroppers. BG050. Just use whatever I have. I'm going to be honest. You can buy some that's 99% isopropyl alcohol, but I have the 70%, and I've been using that, and it's not a refill, but it is kind of a good temporary fix if you're running into uh, problems. Because Canada, which means that Oahu doesn't ship to us, the individuals. You can get individuals at Michael's, but it is very hard to find someone that will ship to Canada. So you can see how cute this is when you're just adding a little bit of a marker. And sometimes I'll go add an extra little layer where it's a little bit darker on this side here. So if you're used to shading with your markers, you can use your marker to add in your additional shading and highlighting if you're wanting to. I just prefer to use pastels. All right. I'm going to leave the base for now. I want to show you guys how we use the chalk pastels. And I think I'm just going to use Q-tips for this one. Oh, you're in Ontario too? Oh my goodness, we have 185 people. Oh, damn it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys are here. So, so glad. Seattle. Oh my gosh. I love hearing where everybody's from. Tell me where you're from in the comments. In Ontario, Canada. Tennessee. Kentucky, Dallas. Oh my gosh. So most of you, I think, are from the States, and I have a few. Oh, Deanna, what's your daughter? What's your child's name? Your daughter? Your 2 year old. Oh my gosh, New Jersey, Arizona. You guys are amazing. Just taking the Q-tip, adding a little bit of the yellow. Oh, pixie dust, you're in Saskatchewan, Wisconsin, North Carolina. Holy cow, New York. This is amazing, you guys. So the book shows you where your light area starts and your dark area starts. So I'm just adding a little yellow for the parts I want to be brighter for the gold. This is the gold hat. Puerto Rico. Oh, you guys are amazing. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. If you're new, welcome. My name is Dawn. I'm so glad you guys are here. Indiana, Michigan. Holy smokes. And the thing with the chalk pastels is you can, oh my goodness, down under. Hello, have coloring books. Ohio, Indiana. And this just gives your page a little bit of a glowy bit. Oh, Quebec, Georgia. Oh my goodness. I do sometimes use the pencils. I'm in a little bit of a kick with the pastels right now, just because they're a little bit faster. And I've been taking my sweet time with a bunch of pages lately. So, oh, Linda, I'm so glad. Anxiety is so tough, and that's why I color. So you'll notice that there's no drama in the comments. We're just here to vibe. We hang out, we chat, and we, right? We just want to have a nice time together, meet people who are like us, and like to chill out a bit. Right? And I want a little bit more yellow right here. I want the gold to kind of shine, so I'm going to add a little gleam there. Yeah, I'm so glad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need that. We do need it. So this is chalk pastels. So these are soft pastels. You know what? If you have a few markers you need, and then get yourself some chalk pastels. These will last forever because I'm not putting them right on the page. I'm using a tool to put them on. So either a ball or a smudging tool. Thank you, dog mom. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to kind of get started. You know what I mean? Oh, oh, I know what I want to give him. Some rosy cheeks. And some little bit of pink. And you just need a tiny bit. If you don't have top crystals, I know people who have used they've used eyeshadow. So you can kind of play around with it. Melanie, thank you so much. You guys are so lovely. see, that just adds a tiny bit. Like, I'm not adding a lot, but it just changes the gray a little bit to give it a hue of the color. Thank you guys so much. We have 189 people here. For the first time, I have never had this many people in a live stream. I'm loving it. I love it, love it, love it, you guys. Okay, what about the red? Maybe this, I don't want to go too dark. Let's just see if this is going to show up. I may have to use a gray. 217. I guess I must be on the FYP now. Yeah, this isn't going to show up really. It does a tiny bit, but I think I need to go with an orange. Actually, thank you guys in the chat for looking after everybody. Um, I use Leonardo AI to render my images, especially for my new books. Oh, that's better. Look at that difference. Oh my gosh. Rain, thank you so much. I do sell links for everything is in my profile for my cotton ball. And you can blend it out just with a Q-tip or, sorry, cotton ball. I've got about 20 or 30 books. I'm trying to work on streamlining. When I first started, I was purchasing the rights from other designers and they were using AI. So I got inspired to teach myself how to use the programs. And it's been so much fun. It's been really good for my anxiety, actually. It's been a huge learning curve, and it does take quite a bit of time. Hi, Sherry. But it's so worth it. So much fun, and it's part of my art therapy. Holy, I I use Leonardo AI for my coloring book pages, and I like creating the ones that are grayscale. They're so much more fun for, in my opinion, for me to color. So that's why I like creating them. See how soft that is? So pretty. Now I do want to do some on his face. I might use, I don't want it to be too dark. I, this might be too orange. However, I might use this for his hat. Oh, it's doing it again. I don't know why it's doing this to me. It's like such random music. Guys. Oh, no, I don't want that. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Oh, that's better. So I used for the base, I used alcohol marker, and now I'm going over with a little bit of chalk pastel. And you can see it just adds a little bit of super duper magic. And I'm not adding a bunch. I should narrate audiobooks. I always thought my voice was annoying. And I actually had a couple people come in here and say that I was annoying. That's okay, but not today. I use Suno to make my playlists. So it's also an AI program. I was getting copyright strikes on YouTube, so I decided to make my own music. Oh, you guys are amazing. Yes, I can show you guys another page. I'm just gonna finish up our little guy here. I think he's gonna have a little bit of orange shine in his pants. Oh, that's better. Oh my gosh. Hang on one sec. My friends, I'm gonna stop this one, and I'm going over here. Sorry, I'm very, very particular about my music. Christmas Whimsy. Let's do that one. Who's Delilah? I don't know of this person. Is it a United States thing? Is it a US girl? See how it changes when you add a little bit of that color? Oh my gosh, I love it. Yellow, orange are great highlighting colors. Aw, that's awesome. I'm from Canada too. Thank you so much, you guys. This is Chalk Pastel, a grayscale coloring book, and I based everything with markers. And I like to go over with it just with the cotton ball to soften up the chalk pastel and to really kind of just, pardon me, press it into the paper. And I need to clean up my stuff there. Okay. I think for his hair, I'm going to try a tiny bit of white. Oh, I'm hooked on grayscale too. You guys are amazing. Yeah, 297. This is insane. Hello, my friends. I love you guys. Let's add a little bit of white. So the grayscale is going to show you where your light side's going to be, light side and dark side. We'll have some references to Star Wars here. Light side on this side. Window is the source of light. So these books kind of teach you how to teach you all about shading and highlighting, kind of as you go. Oh, you guys are so amazing. It's actually, I find it easier to color grayscale than it is to color bold and easy books. And plus I like these kinds of books because they're pretty and like it's instant gratification. How do we like his hair, his beard? I'm just gonna blend, whoops, throwing my cotton balls around. It looks like there's a little spear or whatever those things are in behind here, but I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to finish up just him today because I've been on for, oh gosh, quite a while now, almost 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours tonight and 2 hours this afternoon. All right, I think I am going to use a tiny bit of black just in some spots to make the shadows a little darker. It just lifts things up. Hi, Ivy. So adding these little bits of shadows in here, just in some spots that are going to be in behind something else. This is a hobby. I hope to, it's a saber. Thank you. Thank you, Duggan. And it's just fun for me. This is how I deal with anxiety, which has been crazy, especially lately. Oh, thank you guys so much. And I'm not adding a lot of this. I'm using chalk pastel for some of the shading. And just a Q-tip. I'm just using a tiny bit of the chalk pastel on the Q-tip, and then I use that to add in some extra drama. I don't want to use too much, but enough to make it really stand out. It really does. I love using the chalk. And I'm not putting it directly on the page. I'm always using something. Okay. I was going to do something else. Oh yeah, his eyes and also the skin on his face. I want to give him a little shading on his face, but I'm not sure if this is going to be too dark. Actually, no, that's great. So it's not a lot, but look at the difference it makes. Oh yeah, see, I did one boot, not the other. Mm-hmm. And it just makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional when you add in another color layer over top of that marker. I was a little heavy-handed at the front here. Thank you, guys. I do. Everything is linked to my profile. And if you want to try grayscale coloring, I've got some free printables on my LinkedIn there as well, in my bio. Yes, I finished the one from this afternoon. I'll show you guys in a second. I really was just doing this fella here to show everyone how fun using marker is on grayscale kind of from the beginning, because a lot of people were new here. So it is marker. The base is marker, the Ohuhu markers. And over top, I'm using just a tiny bit of chalk pastel. So I'm going to save that bayonet or whatever it is for, I think, tomorrow. I don't have a normal time that I go live. I do have 2 appointments tomorrow, so I probably won't be on until later in the afternoon. Oh, that looks nice. I love using white too. Like just a little shine. It just gives it a shine. His teeth are very white still. And you can blend it out with your finger. It's super easy. And really just using a tiny bit, but goodness, it's so pretty. All right, maybe a little bit here. I'm almost done with this part, and then I'll show you, take you guys on a tiny tour. On a tiny tour, it takes me a long time to color because I take so much time on the fiddly piddly stuff. Oh, I didn't finish his little star up there. Do I have I have some gel pens here. I might use a sparkly gold. So this is a gel pen. The gel pens, the acrylic markers, and anything acrylic is going to cover your lines. I really prefer, for the pastels, I've used the Stadler. Oh, that's not really showing. I think I'll use this one. Use something nice and bright. Let's see if this is going to work. My puppies have been pretty good. They haven't been bugging me. Been on for over 2 hours. Oh, yeah. So this is an opaque acrylic. So just remember that it is going to cover your lines, your image. So if there's any shadows, it's going to go over top of that. And I'm just going to give it a little outline. It just accentuates it a tiny bit. I prefer alcohol markers. And I do a little bit of details with acrylic markers, not too much. Usually a white or a gel pen. I'm going to switch my gel pen. So this is the Ohuhu gel pen. These ones they don't like to go on over top of, this isn't working. They don't like to go over top of pastels. So you really have to encourage it. And I normally don't like to outline or add anything too harsh, but I think he needs to be a little super shiny. Just in some spots. I do like to soften it up. There. That's not the right. I want a nice dark. I need black. I need to sharpen this pencil, so I'm going to use my electric sharpener. Sorry, here comes the noise. I'm going to add his eyebrows back in. When you go over the grayscale with marker and pastels and pencils, it does dull the gray or the darker areas. So you really do need to go back over if you want something to be super dark. Yes, this is coloring. Oh, I went over a tiny bit. Let me get my eraser. The beauty of using pencils and pastels is you can erase your mistakes. Okay, his eye looks a little wonky there. Let's fix that up on this side. This pencil's not very sharp. It's kind of wonky. And then you add your little dots back in. Eee, so cute. Maybe some little dots in his star up here. I think I might erect that. Okay, my friends, let me show you. That's all I'm going to do for this one tonight. I will show you the page that we finished this evening, that we started this afternoon. Actually, before we go too far, I'm going to write down. I always like to do this. Oh my gosh. So this is November 18. Thank you guys so much. It's really just the magic of the book. The Greyscale books make it so fun and instantly gratifying. So this was live. Part 1. This is part 1 of this page. And that's TT and YT, if you know what I mean. And we got to, I'm going to put 60K. Thank you guys so much. I think we should, yeah, Hans. Ooh, Hans is fun. Handsome Hans. We did handsome hunky Santa. Oh, handsome Santa. I love Hans. Yeah, thank you guys. Got to 200. I got to over 200 viewers tonight on TikTok, which is legendary. Thank you guys so much. Oh, it's back here. I'll start from the front. This is Cozy Christmas. It's a nostalgic grayscale coloring book. So it's not like your typical coloring books that are bold and easy. This one is grayscale. Thank you, red hair. So my Santa, so everything I use is I base with the Ohuhu alcohol markers. I'll show you my swatch for the one little page we did. So I use Ohuhu alcohol markers to put the base colors down, and then I use pastels, chalk pastels, and I use colored pencils to add in some fun little details. So this, we did just the second half, and that's what we did with these colors that I've listed here. Oh, your markers could do this. And guys, always remember to put a protector sheet behind your work, because the markers do bleed through no matter how good your paper is. These books are from the Zon. So I put the chalk. I don't think the chalk works over colored pencils, to be honest. It doesn't like to, if I use colored pencils or pastels or vice versa, they don't adhere to each other. But this is the one we started this afternoon and finished this evening. And it turned out so cozy. This book is called Cozy Christmas. So that's the one we did today. I'm just quickly going to flip through to some of the pages I've done in here. Good night, Damaged Goods. Absolutely. KLY for sure. Come back. And this is, oh, here's another one I did. my cute little wreath. I like the pink, actually. I wasn't sure I was going to like that, but I love it. And then this one I did last night on my own. So I hope to come. I thank you so much, Kelsey. And if you guys want to check out my thingy-madoo. Oh yes, Cozy Christmas. Let me see if I have that one. I was going to show you guys also some pages from my new upcoming cute little Christmas gnome book, but I haven't got this one finished yet. I'm just doing testing. Okay. Let's see if I have that one handy. I don't even know if I haven't colored in that one yet. And I don't think I have it. I may have to get myself a copy. I don't think I haven't the new one. I don't. Oh my goodness. I can show you my gingerbread houses though. I'm so sorry I don't have the copy of the other one. But here's, I'll move this out of the way. Here's gingerbread houses. I try to go live the same time every day if I do. But life is crazy. So if I'm on, I'm on. I try to, if I go on, it'll be in the afternoon. So it would be between 12 and 3 Eastern Standard Time. Or I go live in the evening, so anytime after 7. Oh, yay, Sherry. The autumn animals are so freaking cute. So this is just a cute little, this was one of the ones that I had worked with the designer with. And this is kind of where I found out and discovered that they, the designers use AI. So I wanted to teach myself. But this book was still super cute. So I kept it. I kept it in my repertoire. But this will be fun to color too. It'll be so fun to color. And they are still grayscale. So yeah, that's going to be a fun book. I haven't colored from this one either. I did one a while ago from a printout that I had, but I haven't really gotten into that one. Thank you so much, you guys. And let me show you the other new release. Yeah, you can have so much fun with those. This is the autumn animals. And oh my goodness. I'm so excited to color these. I think, I may have to do one of these next. And like I said earlier, I don't know which one to color first because they're so cute. But I don't know which one to color first. So I'm just going to have to open the page and do it. I think I'm going to, I know I said I was just going to do random, but there's a cute little bunny in here. Oh my God, but they're all so cute. They're just hanging out, cozy. Oh my gosh. I know the canoe's super cute. But look at that cute kitty with the sweater. Little corgi, a moose. Amy. I know they have cute little hiking jackets and vests. And okay, this is the one I wanted to do because just the sass. Yes, you just color over top of the grayscale. I have a whole bunch of videos on my page. You can see how I do that, or come back. I've ruined Amy. Just come back and I'll teach you. So I walk you through how to color grayscale during my lives. I mean, they're so adorable. I don't know which one to start with. Yeah, and it's not like a traditional book. Oh yeah, it's the Muskokas. We love the Muskokas. Look at that cute little Highland cow. I like the color colored pencils. It's so sassy and kind of cutesy pootsy. Oh my goodness. Grayscale makes it so much easier to color. I know. And look at, he's painting. He's painting his scenery. I'm so excited to color this book. I have too many books. I can't decide which to color. Nice little waterfalls in the background. That's going to be fun. It's Bob. Oh, thank you, Georgia. Oh, and he's painting Muskoka Moose. Oh, I think that's a duplicate. I'm going to have to double check that. Because I remember seeing that one. Yeah, I'll double check that. Yes, and it's a big book. I'll try to remove that extra page or just color it. Oh, look at that salamander. Oh, and this guy's painting too. So it's animals doing cozy fall things like hiking and reading and sipping a latte. Hiking, taking pictures in the forest. My goodness. Cute little beaver by the river reading a book and having a drink. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to do. Thank you guys so much. I love it. I'm so happy with this one. It's a lot of fun when you take time to make the images the way you want them. So I make coloring books for me and you. This is what I like to do in my spare time. Allie, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I found you guys and you found me. Here's the page we did today. Before I sign off, this is what we started this afternoon and finished this evening. And then we moved on to this fella here just to show you guys what the markers can do. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much, Sherry. Well, you guys, it was fun. We had so much fun today. I hope to be back on tomorrow evening. I will definitely not be on tomorrow afternoon because I have 2 back-to-back appointments. But I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on Thursday. Yes, I do use the Ohuhu alcohol markers. And where did my little sheet go? Here it is. So I'm using the Ohuhu markers and chalk pastels. And sometimes colored pencils. It just depends how I'm feeling. And these are the chalk pastels, the Montmartre. I need to write those out. Oh, thank you so much, Nocta Mama. Those are the chalk pastels I use. Honestly, if you pick these up or the Stadler or whatever, the soft chalk pastels, they will most likely last you longer than you may be coloring. They'll last you a long time. You hardly use any. Okay, my lovely friends. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate all the love and the follows. And oh my goodness, I'm 214. I cannot believe it. You guys are amazing. And over on YouTube, thank you so much. we will see you guys real soon. I love you all, and you guys have a great night. Bye.